Girl, can we talk? Cutting the spiritual umbilical cord. Now, I know you like, what is she talking about? Oh my God, that shit sounds so crazy. Well, actually, it doesn't. Because if you think about it, a lot of us are attached to what we have been told growing up, which is, it's nothing wrong with that. Now hold on, ain't nobody saying don't listen to your mother, don't listen to your father, don't listen to your parents. That's not what this is about. This is about cultivating your own point of view. For a lot of us, we are still attached to everything, and I mean everything, that your parents have told you. Some of us have even created our own umbilical cord to our spouses, girlfriends, boyfriends, baby mamas, baby daddies, where their point of view is now our own. And we don't know how to differentiate between the two. So, if you've ever felt stuck between honoring your parents or significant other and being true to yourself, stick around, because we explore the importance of forming your own point of view in this video, which is something that isn't talked about enough, especially when it comes to how this causes you to relate to other people and in other relationships. Now, you know, around here in these parts, we keep it 100, we keep it real, most importantly, with ourselves. Now, if you like lying to yourself, this avenue probably isn't for you. However, if you're the type of person that can tell yourself the truth and are looking for true growth, then ask yourself these questions. Have you ever felt like your parents' expectations are weighing you down? Maybe their depiction of what's right and what's wrong actually clashes with what you believe is right and wrong. It's painful, isn't it? You don't want to offend them, but you need to be your own woman or man. This is not just a female issue. A lot of men suffer from this too. A lot of women like to label them mama's boys. That may not be the case. It may be that they're just torn between being true to the man that they want to be and honoring their parents by being the man that they were told they should be. Everyone is different. Everyone grows up in a specific context. You have to keep in mind that your parents' beliefs, their worldviews, are shaped by their experiences. They have their own idea of what the world looks like, and it is already separated in different pictures. And they have been coloring inside those lines. So then they give you that coloring book to color inside those lines. However, those aren't your lines, because their experiences don't have to be yours. Don't have to be yours just because you come from them or were raised by them. Your life is different. Your experiences, your challenges, your joys, your pains, your dreams, your goals are different from your parents. And you have to remember that your parents grew up in a different time where the world was different. So trying to live according to their rules from their time doesn't always work, because the world is different and the rules have changed, and you have to live from that perspective. What's the problem if you actually break free and form your own point of view, free from any indoctrination that you may have received as a child, or free from any fear that someone will no longer love you because your opinion is different from theirs? A lot of times we don't realize that our way of thinking and the indoctrination that we have all undergone from the moment we left the womb has has sank into our subconscious and shaped the way that we view life in the world. By no means necessary am I saying don't listen to anything that your parents ever told you. Don't listen to the opinion of your significant other. I'm not saying any of that. However, what I am saying is that you being true to yourself demands that you have your own point of view, no matter who it opposes. That's what true authenticity requires. Now, if you've been thinking this way or believing that you have to agree with other people to be accepted, then I know that this path can be very scary. And you may even ask yourself, are you being selfish? Well, in a way you are, but not selfish in the way that you're depriving others for anything. But you're just being true to you and putting yourself first. Which there is nothing wrong with doing that. That's absolutely what you should do, because it all starts with you. How you see yourself, how you treat yourself. How you show up in the world is how you tell the world to treat you. So if you're always in agreement with somebody else, with what somebody else says, you're not really being you. You're always being a chameleon compared to whoever is in front of you. You're reflecting their views. Now this is a problem, and now this becomes an issue in your relationships, in your approach to life, because someone from another time and place has told you that this is the way I do things and this is how it works for me. Now, if you find that that works for you and causes you no friction, then don't even worry about that. However, if you are the type of person who always has to think back and consult what you were told from someone, for instance, if your mom had a bad experience with your dad and just men in general, and she's bitter, then her view on men is going to be a bitter view. And by you allowing that to shape your mentality, you are now saying that there are no good men. When that may not be the case. You may be in a relationship with a very good man, and you may be sabotaging yourself by constantly repeating or waiting for all of the stories and situations that you grew up hearing about to appear and happen to you. Because a lot of women, and let's just be honest, men too, say that about the other based on experiences that they've seen others go through, the experiences that they've heard about, or experiences that was talked about and indoctrinated in them during their childhood. Now, on the flip side, if you're in a relationship with a person and your significant other's opinion now becomes your entire frame of reference for life, they are now molding you to be the version of you that's satisfactory to them, rather accepting the version that's right in front of them. And by you taking on their point of view and even repeating it to other people, or being afraid to oppose their point of view because you're afraid that they don't love you, then you may need to work on loving and valuing yourself and your point of view more. Because how can you live life from a real place if you can't be real with yourself and you can't be real with the people who are in your life? You may have to take a look and tell yourself the hard truth that you need to cut the spiritual umbilical cord, whether it's one that you've left there since birth or whether it's one that you've developed out of some obligation, some faux obligation of loyalty to someone else. Basically, just ask yourself the simple question: what could my life be like if I actually lived from my heart, from my own point of views, from my own individuality? Then ask yourself, what is the smallest step that I can take to actually start to live that life, to live my life from my own point of view? This is not dishonoring anybody. If you're dishonoring anybody, you're dishonoring yourself. You were honest with yourself. Since listening to this video, what's one belief that you can think of that may have been indoctrinated in you from someone else? And if you started to form your own opinion about the situation, how different would your life look? And comment below and let's talk about it. I'd love to have a conversation about this and get feedback from you all. In the meantime, stay glitz. That's all.